The power they have to shift opinions and votes is unbelievable. We're actually quantifying what we call the YouTube manipulation effect. We're quantifying that right now. I'll have numbers in a few months, but we think this is the most powerful form of manipulation that they have, and people are completely oblivious to it. They don't know about that algorithm.
But everybody thinks that that algorithm is made for you, so it's what you want. It's not.
Well, if you're strongly opinionated, yeah, they're just going to feed you what you want, because they can keep your eyes on the screen, and they can, that's traffic, that's worth money. That's not the issue. The issue is, what are they showing the undecided people, the vulnerable people, the uncommitted people? How much power do they have to shift opinions, purchases, votes with those people? And I am telling you, I think this is going to be the largest behavioral effect ever discovered. And we've discovered about 11 or 12, but I think this one is going to be off the scale.
Okay. When people type in, Glenn Beck, we always think when it's filling the rest of it in that is what people are searching for. But that's not true at all, is it?
It was, I think, in the very, very beginning when that autocomplete was invented. But, at first it was an opt-in feature. Then all of a sudden it became a feature you couldn't opt out of. And then they reduced the number of items they were showing you to shorter and shorter lists. And very gradually it turned into what it is now, which is just a tool for manipulation. Okay. And we have shown in randomized controlled experiments, but just by manipulating those search suggestions that they flash at you while you're typing, we can turn a 50-50 split among undecided voters into a 90-10 split with no one having the slightest idea that they have been influenced.
So let's show one case here. This is against Biden. And you see it says against Biden political ad commercial, okay, this is Yahoo on the top. You go down to Google and it's a different story. Explain this.
Well, what Google is doing for candidates and companies and causes that they want to promote, they are suppressing negatives. So that's a perfect example where you see negatives popping up regarding Biden on YouTube, and same on Bing. But on Google, somehow or other, they're gone. They're missing. They're absent. That's content suppression. You could call it censorship, but it's also a very powerful manipulation that people cannot see. You can't see because you don't know what you don't know.
And especially because I know this has happened to me. Before I knew this, I would Google things and I'd be like, wow, I must be alone. Because nobody else is Googling nobody else is Googling this. Blatant Hillary. Up at the top now on this slide is Yahoo. And when you typed in, I can't even read it, it's so small, and Hillary, and it says, and Hillary bumper stickers, Hillary memes, anti-Hillary t-shirts, cartoons, anti-Hillary molten aluminum, anti-Hillary jokes. Okay, that's Yahoo. Now let's go down to Google, and what did they have? Anti-Trump cartoons. Wait a minute. Anti-Trump song. Anti-Trump. Wait, but.
Right, but when you go anti-Hillary on Google, you get nothing.
But if you put anti-Trump in, you get everything. But no anti-Hillary, nothing. Not one.
That's right. Not one. That's right. That happens a lot. So again, this is very powerful. You just suppress negatives. When you're showing people suggestions, you suppress negatives for the candidate or the cause or the company that you support. And that shifts hundreds of thousands and ultimately millions of votes. It shifts the votes of people who are undecided.
Okay, explain the crooked Hillary trends graph. What does this mean?
Okay, that graph shows you that at some point or other in 2016, when Trump gave her that nickname, the Google Trends is showing you that millions of people were searching for Crooked Hillary. So the question is, that's according to Google's own data, the question is what happens if you type the word crooked into the Google search engine versus other search engines. And again, it's astonishing.
You get crooked smile, crooked blank, crooked colors come down, crooked smile lyrics. But if you put it into Bing, crooked creek, second is crooked Hillary. Put it into Yahoo, crooked, the first one is crooked Hillary. So two
That's
of
right.
them
So,
are operating honestly on the algorithm of what people
Correct.
are actually doing.
Correct.
But Google is the target because Google is the search engine that almost everybody uses.
Yes, these other search engines have no impact at all on public opinion or in votes. It's just Google. And when you see the difference between, what they're showing you versus what these other companies are showing you, I mean, it's just night and day. And bit by bit, you begin to understand, wait a minute, these are manipulations. These are powerful manipulations. And that's what I measure. That's what we do in our research. We actually measure the potential impact of these manipulations.
And not everybody will see these. Like,
oh no,
if I won't see these because I'm somebody who is, pro-Trump or conservative or whatever, and so they won't necessarily serve this to me. But
no. What they serve to you is what they think you want to see. But that is not the issue, okay? Because they're not going to shift your vote. Okay, although there's some issues where they know they can shift you. That's why they do the predictive modeling. They know you far better than you know yourself. They have the equivalent on you, because I know how old you are. They have the equivalent of about, I'm not kidding you, 3 million pages of information on you. So they do the predictive modeling, and they're showing you what they want to show you that serves their agenda, but basically, no, they're not trying to manipulate you on issues they know they can't touch. Okay, other issues, yeah, where they know they can influence you, believe me, they are. But when it comes to an election, it's the undecided voters. And they know exactly who they are. I mean, literally, their names, exactly where they live, and they know every single thing about the undecided voters. And that's where these manipulations make all the difference. I mean, and they can shift people so quickly without people having any idea that this is occurring.